During QuakeCon 2026, gamers lined up overnight for a rare privilege: the right to purchase a consumer graphics card at its advertised price. The official inventory, capped at one per person, vanished in under 3 hours. Almost immediately, buyers carried their unopened boxes into the convention center parking lot and resold them for $4,000. This chart graphs a localized market failure. The RTX 5090's $1,999 MSRP surges past $4,300, a 150% markup. Broadening the data reveals systemic inflation. The 5060 Ti, 5070, and 5080 reflect markups up to 39% over baseline. During the cryptocurrency mining boom of 2021-2022, miners emptied the market to mint digital tokens. The current pricing collapse operates on completely different mechanics. There is no speculative bubble ready to burst. This inflation is driven by a structural shift in how enterprise corporations evaluate and deploy consumer hardware. The flagship consumer GPU market has detached from retail realities. It now operates as a shadow enterprise market. We are witnessing the structural annexation of consumer-grade hardware by the artificial intelligence industry. Structural annexation describes a permanent economic condition where products engineered, marketed, and priced for individual homes are systematically absorbed by industrial data centers. 3 compounding vectors created this condition: demand cannibalization from venture-backed startups, and extreme friction in secondary retail channels. This annexation kills local, private computational power, a consequence that moves the stakes of the GPU crisis far beyond the recreational performance of video games. We need to examine how a single hardware bottleneck on a silicon fabrication line rewrites the software operational model for an entire generation of developers. Without understanding the mechanics of this annexation, consumers risk sleepwalking into a future where all high-end computing requires corporate permission to execute. The demand shock originates with AI and machine learning startups aggressively purchasing consumer hardware. This pie chart maps the 4 demographics fighting for 50 series silicon: pro content creators, hardcore gamers, scalpers, and AI companies. The AI demographic dominates and displaces the others because of a specific purchasing strategy. That strategy is compute arbitrage. These companies evaluate computing power strictly through cost efficiency, calculating the maximum floating point operations and video RAM they extract per dollar spent. This data visualization compares the industry standard H100 server GPU against the output of a 15-card RTX 5090 mini cluster. For training smaller AI models and running inference workloads, the 5090 cluster provides superior processing efficiency and memory capacity for a fraction of the enterprise price. This math converts the 5090 from a luxury gaming peripheral into de facto enterprise capital infrastructure, removing it from the consumer category entirely. Well-funded AI startups operating on venture capital have the liquidity to pay extreme retail markups, effortlessly outbidding independent consumers at checkout. As long as the arbitrage math favors the 5090 over dedicated server racks, commercial AI entities will continue to drain consumer hardware supply, regardless of the MSRP. NVIDIA faces a strict physical limitation, preventing them from simply manufacturing enough units to satisfy both enterprise and consumer demand. The RTX 5090 relies on a new memory standard called GDDR7. This specific component is the bottleneck. GDDR7 is an immature technology. The fabrication process is complex, and global lines haven't reached the scale required to produce these chips in massive volumes. Only 3 fabricators, Samsung, Micron, and SK Hynix, are equipped to supply this memory to the global market. This flowchart illustrates the physical reality of the supply chain. Massive, simultaneous demand volume from both consumer and AI sectors must squeeze through the narrow constraints of early GDDR7 yields. A physical silicon shortage cannot be patched with software. The supply chain is structurally incapable of outproducing the AI demand shock in the near term. These macroeconomic failures in supply and demand create highly toxic environments at the retail level. Scalper networks deploy automated botnets to instantly empty retail inventory the second a retailer lists the cards at their official MSRP. Resellers then hoard these unopened boxes, intentionally waiting for market desperation to peak before dumping the inventory onto secondary markets at massive multiples. Legitimate retailers exploit this same desperation by implementing a tactic known as bizarre bundles. To bypass a waitlist and purchase a single RTX 5090, some retailers force customers to simultaneously purchase 8 motherboards, 16 sticks of RAM, and 4 PC cases. This friction functions as a punishing tax on professional content creators, the 3D artists and VFX engineers who require a flagship graphics card as a standard tool for their livelihood. The combined forces of AI hoarding, strict memory bottlenecks, and predatory retail taxes have effectively destroyed the traditional market for high-end GPUs. The economic annexation of hardware dictates the workflow of software. For independent creators working with 8K video or CGI, the 5090 reduces a 10-hour render down to 3. At $4,300, it is a necessary, albeit painful, business investment that immediately prices out smaller, independent developers. When independent operators can no longer afford the silicon required to process their own data locally, they must offload their heavy computational workloads to centralized corporate cloud architectures. This schematic illustrates the forced migration. Denied local hardware, the user's data is rerouted to a remote server. This convenience requires an inherent sacrifice of data privacy, intellectual property security, and local control. We call this loss local compute sovereignty, the basic ability to process your own data, privately, on hardware you physically own. The 5090 crisis forces an entire class of developers into a strict reliance on cloud monopolies, killing their local compute sovereignty in the process. Competitors are now organizing to capitalize on NVIDIA's extreme pricing vacuum in the lower tiers of the market. AMD scheduled the Radeon RX 8900 XTX for a September launch. Targeting the RTX 5080's performance bracket, it carries a significantly lower MSRP of $1,299. Intel enters the market in October with their Arc Battlemage series. The B770 targets the $599 bracket, explicitly undercutting the RTX 5060 Ti's inflated price. This market positioning matrix plots the competitive landscape. While the mid-tier options multiply, neither AMD absolute unchallenged monopoly on the ultra-high-end tier. The flagship consumer GPU has been permanently replaced by AI capital infrastructure. The future of affordable edge computing depends entirely on whether AMD and Intel can mass-produce enough silicon to stabilize the market below the $1,500 line.